Hello friends, I'm Chevee. Welcome to my shed. How are you today? How is life in your world? How's things where you are? I hope everything is good and great and wonderful. Everything here is pretty okay. I say pretty okay because I've been having that overwhelmed feeling lately. Which is odd because I don't really have anything to feel overwhelmed about. You know, my personal life has been going pretty great. My time with my girls has been going wonderful. I've been really enjoying spending time with them. Em and I have been spending a lot of really quality good times together. You're enjoying each other's company, which is the opposite of what I expected to come out of this whole lockdown thing. I thought we would kind of get tired of each other, but we have not. So that's been good. But I don't know if it's because work is a little bit overwhelming right now. My boss's last day, well, he's not my boss anymore, but he was my boss when I got hired. He retires on Friday. And I'm assuming responsibility for his project, which is this ginormous program that spans like multiple servers, and it's a lot. And so that's a little overwhelming, but not in an uncontrollable way. Like that's the kind of overwhelming where I look at it as this huge, like, this is going to be many, many years of my life dedicated to this piece of software. But it has very immediate needs. There's bite-sized chunks I can take, and I know how to solve those, and I just need to do the work, right? So that's not it. The game that I'm working on, I haven't actually touched the code in a week. I know what I need to do. I just need to do it. But right now I don't have the motivation to do it, so I'm kind of letting it sit. And my brain has come up with a few new things that I keep taking notes. Because when it's time, I want to make sure it's time, and I jump into it and get it done. I felt a little bit pressured recently for time. My oldest, Roland, has been asking for more, one-on-one time. She's been for a while, and it's just the pandemic happened, and it just kind of hasn't worked out. But this weekend I asked her if she wanted to try some printing, screen printing, or not screen printing, block printing, and that was a little bit of an issue because I didn't ask her mom first, and it's her mom's weekend and all that stuff. So we weren't able to get together this weekend. I told her we could try Monday. Well, Monday ended up being a whole bunch of meetings, and I couldn't get her here before work ended. And my friend was coming over. Yes, this is yesterday. He came over to play. I got 2 new expansions for Imperial Settlers: Empires of the North, so I wanted to play those. He came over to do that, so I had to wait. She had voice lessons until 4, and I went and picked her up and brought her back, and then we played some games, and then she fell asleep on my couch, and then Em took her home later, and then I have both kids tonight, and then I'll have them again on Friday for the whole weekend, and then I'll have them the following weekend because Em and we switched weekends because we have plans the weekend after that. And so I don't know if it's time management, maybe, that's creeping in on me, but when I get this feeling, when I get this overwhelmed kind of feeling, I've always equated it to depression. I've always thought that this has something to do with kind of that same mechanism that makes people become hoarders or makes people get behind on their bills. And it's just because there's this, like, the overwhelmed, for me, comes with a layer of apathy. It comes with this just like, whatever. And stuff just kind of gets put aside. And stuff starts to build. And then it becomes, it's very easy to let it build to the point where it's too overwhelming to even approach. And then, it snowballs. And then suddenly the house is a complete disaster. Or I'm behind on all my bills, and I have no money in my checking account. Or whatever happens. And I recognize this in myself when it occurs, and right now I feel the beginnings of that, like, something's creeping in, and I don't know what it is. The good news is, over the last couple of years, I've learned how to just cut that off and just power through it. In the past, when I would start to get that shutdown feeling, I would let it happen. It wasn't a good thing. It did not work out well. So, I've been really thankful the past couple of years. I've had Em here to push me. Like, she pushed me this weekend to do the bathroom. I have some projects that I've taken on. Like I told you yesterday, I have the clocks that I took on. I also have to make a new set of Imperial Settlers meeples. I sold a set of meeples, which I haven't made in a very long time, so I have to make those. But I don't know. I don't know what it is. I can't put a finger on it. So maybe it is a like a precursor to depression. Maybe if you allow yourself to kind of slump and let that fester, it can turn into depression. Right now I don't feel like I'm depressed. I don't feel like I don't feel at all sad or lazy or non-energetic or any of the normal signs of depression. I just feel a little overwhelmed, and I have to just kind of get on top of it. So I don't know. My trick, like I said earlier, if you ever have that feeling, is to kind of just pick something to do that's not normal. I mean, and that doesn't necessarily mean go, skydiving. It just means, like, if you are a procrastinator like I am and you tend to kind of let chores go, just do a chore. Anyone, doesn't matter, just pick one and do it. Do one you haven't done in a while. Clean a room that you don't use or whatever. Sort some games, or go into your wood shop and sweep the floor, or put some scraps away. Do something like that. Just find something that's not part of the bigger picture of things that's making you feel overwhelmed, and just do it for half an hour. It doesn't take much. And try to use that time to just let your brain go and focus on doing some task. I always find that menial tasks kind of help me. Cutting the grass or something always helps. So that's what I intend to do. But tonight I have the kids, so I have to pick them up and bring them back, and then we'll probably go to dinner somewhere because Em has lessons tonight. So, it's going to be a nice evening with my girls. And I always have that to look forward to. I always look forward to that. Because I just love interacting with them. We have a lot of fun together. So that's what I'm up to. Just thought I'd share. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking and commenting and subscribing and being amazing friends and wonderful people. I really appreciate you. And I will see you again tomorrow. Today's word you should know to sound smart is brobdingnagian. It's an adjective meaning describes a thing or person of enormous size or huge. Andre the Giant was a man of brobdingnagian proportions, standing 7 foot 5 inches and weighing over 500 pounds. Brobdingnagian. Brobdingnagian.